This is Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder and CEO of FTX, the third largest crypto exchange in the world at the time of me recording this now. Currently worth around $10 billion according to his own estimates. But he is not your usual billionaire. This guy is a new breed of entrepreneur who thinks obsessively and counterintuitively about the value of becoming rich. Now, his mindset hasn't led him into a typical do-gooder career, but a career where he can really maximize his fortunes. So part of his plan really looks familiar to any entrepreneur, make a tremendous amount of money. But the part two of his career is so different. He plans to give it all away by any means possible. So we're going to take a closer look at the man behind FTX, plans of the organization, and in general, just his philosophy when it comes to crypto industries. Welcome back to Being Crypto. My name is Jessica. If you haven't yet already, guys, make sure to subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Now, I'm going to start with a little bit of early context. So Bankman-Fried was actually born in 1992 in California, and both of his parents were lawyers. Now, what was really interesting is at a young age, he developed an interest in utilitarianism and philosophy, and said that actions are right if they're useful for the majority. So then he developed an interest in banking and started his career at Jane Street Capital, which is a trading firm focusing on ETFs. And he finally found an activity where he wasn't bored and really stimulated. He worked there for around 3 years and really enjoyed the fact that the company traded its own money instead of managing clients' accounts, which meant that he kind of had to be at the top of his game at all times. Now, true to earning to give strategy, he actually gave away at this early on many of his earnings, or more than half in total, to charity during that period. Move over to September 2017, and Bankman-Fried actually quit Jane Street right before founding Alameda Research, which, if you guys haven't heard the name before, is a quantitative trading firm which he manages to trade Bitcoin on arbitrage. Now, this is crypto arbitrage at scale. The most opportunities that he found were so-called kimchi premium in Korea and a more modest premium in Japan. So relative to US Bitcoin exchange prices, Bitcoin was trading around 30% higher in Korea and around 10% higher in Tokyo. Demand for coins were huge in those countries, but the obstacles of international crypto trading were really hampering foreign-held Bitcoin from being sold there. So Bankman-Fried took full advantage of this and actually managed to overcome the hurdles from the banks on both sides of the Pacific. He set up a system that managed to move more than $25 million a day at a 10% profit for over a month. Now, this situation showed there's so much demand in crypto trading and that banks won't be able to handle all of that demand. So the idea for a crypto exchange named FTX was born. So in October of that same year, Bankman-Fried actually took a position as Director of Development at the Center for Effective Utilitarianism at Berkeley. And this was really recognizing that crypto ideas might not pan out. So he was kind of pursuing both paths, but quickly chose to stick with FTX in the long term. Now, for the next 2 years, Alameda Research did really well, but Bankman-Fried and the other traders became frustrated with some of the offshore exchanges they were trading on. So in late 2018, Bankman-Fried went to a conference in Macau. While there, something happened that he called the most mismanaged event in all crypto exchange history. So for those that aren't familiar, Bitcoin Cash at this time in 2018 was actually undergoing a pretty large technological fork and splitting into 2 different successor coins. This created a logistical nightmare for the exchanges, figuring out how to handle existing future contracts on the original coin. And the solutions that some exchanges hit upon were, in Bankman-Fried's view, absolutely preposterous, and innocent customers collectively lost around $25 million worth of Bitcoin tokens. So FTX founded a crypto derivatives exchange in April 2019, and people at Alameda thought it was a really controversial decision. Alameda was profitable but hugely understaffed. Now it's the best trader and best entrepreneur, Bankman-Fried, and co-founder and chief technical officer, Gary Wang, were leaving for Hong Kong to immerse themselves in a new risky project. So now let's talk FTX Growth, because the decision definitely paid off. Using Alameda as a selling point in the early phases to this day, and its slogan was "Built by the traders for the traders." So for the first year or so, Alameda played a really crucial role at FTX. It was the main liquidity provider, accounting for half the volume on the exchange. So nowadays there are several other liquidity providers online, but a lot of those remain undisclosed and none remain to be larger than Alameda. So the setup has really allowed FTX and Armada to thrive. Daily volume on FTX is now in the $13 billion range. Armada Research, which has around 20 employees, was making as much as $1 million a day for the past year. And Bankman-Fried says this is on yield farming related to DeFi protocols. So far, Bankman-Fried's lifetime donations to effective charities now total a hugely impressive $35 million. This was reported by Fortune last month. Now, in February, FTX also formed a foundation that marked more than $11 million for charities like Oxygen in India, Lighthouse Foundation, and Give Directly, which are all poverty relief organizations. FTX employees, many of whom define themselves as effective altruists, have given roughly $10 million more according to estimates from the young billionaire. Now, over the past few months, FTX has unveiled high-profile marketing contracts with Major League Basketball players, celebrity couple Tom Brady and Giselle, Steph Curry and Miami Heat, which, by the way, is renaming its home venue FTX Arena. And you can learn more about these partnerships with top celebrities in the video linked on the top right. So now let's take a look at what next, because it seems like already in just a few years, they have achieved so much. Well, it appears that US domination is next on the agenda for FTX US, growing alongside its bigger brother. But I do want to hear your thoughts on Bankman-Fried. Is this newly minted crypto billionaire gonna show a new path for that 1% and set a new higher standard? Do you guys think FTX will become the world's largest crypto exchange? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you are looking to get involved, you can buy VeChain and Cake on StormGame, which is Beam Crypto's partner crypto exchange. The link is down in the description box below, and you might get a cashback promotion on your very first deposit. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe. We'll bring you videos like this several times per week. My name has been Jessica. Thank you all for watching.